know that you think you're the coolest one in town, but to me you'll be much cooler when you're 6 feet underground. Some of us are crazy, some are smart and brave. Well, it doesn't really matter, we all end up in the grave. All my favorite people are dead. All my favorite people are dead. I said all my favorite people are dead. All my favorite people are dead. All my favorite people are dead. All my favorite people are dead.
Well, hello, breathers.
And welcome back
to another fabulous episode of
All My Favorite People Are Dead. They're dead.
Indeed.
They are very dead. Bless you.
Bless you. Mambo the cat just sneezed a little bit.
I think he stuck his face in my glass and he's drinking and he got water up his nose because he probably heard one of my jokes. And we got
Mambo.
water coming out of his nose.
He's got water coming out the
You
nose.
good? Okay.
He's very thirsty, kitty.
Yeah. Well, it's hot in here.
It's a little
I
hot,
shut
yeah.
the air conditioner.
So, how are you?
You know, living the dream.
Still living.
Still living.
Yeah.
Living the dream. Living. Things are good in my world. You know, working hard, hardly working.
Weather's been wild.
Weather has been insane.
Yeah.
I love the people who say there's no such a thing as climate change.
No, it's here. For real.
What we're doing is adapting to the new normal. That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're finding ways of cleaning up, after droughts or mopping up after floods and stuff, but we're not finding ways of preventing them.
West Point was flooded the other day. It was wild.
The county was flooded. My husband couldn't get into work the other day because the tracks were flooded and underwater.
I
But
saw that.
the MTA was great. They cleaned it up. They had bus
Right.
service.
Yeah.
They cleaned it up. I know last year at this time we had a drought because I had to stand out there and water my lawn.
Yeah.
I had work done on the lawn and I had to stand. And now it's like it's the opposite.
Yeah. Mom and Dad were at a restaurant in Catskill yesterday, and Mom calls me, and I could hear, it was noisy in the background. I'm like, where are you? She's like, there's a tornado! I was like,
Oh,
I'm
geez.
sorry. What? And meanwhile, it is nice and sunny, and I'm out mowing my lawn when she called.
That's
I'm like,
frightening.
huh, what? And I guess it's only an hour north of here, where she would have been less than that as the crow flies. So I'm like, huh? What are you talking about? She's like, there's a tornado. They're moving us indoors. It's so loud. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she called back later on, and I was like, oh, good, Mom's calling. I was like, you okay, Auntie M?
You're right.
She said,
I meant to discuss that with you because I think a house landed on my sister.
oh, yeah.
So, and then we're going to fight over shoes.
yeah.
I do that anyway.
Well, you do have a lot of shoes.
I do, because houses keep falling on my sisters.
Oh.
And that could be a problem. Isn't that the greatest movie ever? Two women fighting over a pair of shoes.
It is. It's great.
That's what I see, but I digress. But as long as she's okay, that must be some scary crap.
Yeah, she was a little, she said it was probably some of the worst weather she's ever been in. And
That shakes you up.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You're hearing these.
Well, mostly she was
extreme-
just worried about her dog, her pug, Duke, at home. She's thinking that he was
Gonna freak out.
freaking out. And she called my brother, and my brother's like, well, it's hailing here pretty good. But other than that, we're okay. So, yeah.
And how far was that from where she was?
Not far. Just
So-
up the mountain a little bit.
And there was such a difference in the
Yeah.
I don't know. Things seem funky to me. I'm not a meteorologist.
I was immediately intrigued. I'm out there, in my shorts. It's sunny. It was a little breezy. I'm mowing my lawn, and Mom's ringing me up. And so I pull out my phone while I'm talking to her, and I'm looking up, weatherchannel.com on the radar,
It's blowing up. Nothing.
Nothing in our area, but Catskill, right where she was
blowing up.
red. Just bright red. I'm
That's
like,
scary.
whoa. So, that's...
That's
is a little
not
nerve-wracking.
natural, and places are getting things that they've never gotten. When you get a summer's worth of rain in 3 hours in a certain
Right.
location, it's very strange.
It's wild.
I see things that are strange, and I don't know.
On the other hand, my yard is nice and plush and green.
Isn't that the
where
truth?
it's usually
Yeah.
yellow and
burnt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I had last summer. Now it looks like a green carpet.
Yeah. So, but then it just means I have a lot of mowing I have to do.
Yeah, right.
And I felt like a total lawn dad yesterday because my lawnmower is in the shop because it's on the fritz.
yeah.
So I borrowed my neighbor's lawnmower, and he's a professional landscaper.
Oh wow, so he's got a good mower.
Oh my god, it was like the Cadillac of mowers. And I was just like, oh man, this is a superior mower to my mower. So I
Yeah.
feel like a total dad, like
There
a
you
total
go.
lawn dad.
There you go.
And then I got the lawn done really fast, and I look back and I'm like that's a damn fine looking yard. Me and my beer, and
There you
and
go.
I was just like,
There you go.
I sound like my father.
And now you have to just check out his grill, and then you have to talk about whose grill.
Yeah, whose
Yeah.
grill's better?
Whose
Yeah.
grill? Well, your grill cooks faster.
But he had a really nice lawnmower. I'm like, damn, I don't even want my lawnmower back. I want to borrow yours from now on.
Yeah. Must be expensive too if he does it professionally.
I mean,
It's not like a
guess
little
so.
push that I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, push putt putt. Push,
well, it
push,
is a
putt,
push mower, but it's like it was really funny because on it had like these speeds. Like there was like, and it was a picture. You could have turtle speed or rabbit speed.
Oh, gee.
And I was like, that's cute. And so I was like, rabbit speed, taking off. I'm like, shit.
You need a license to drive that.
Yeah,
You can get to work on that.
well, it's a walking mower, but it was pretty. It was
Picks up pep.
yeah, I liked it. And then I just looked at the irony of like home ownership, mowing lawns.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Wow.
true. Yeah, but it's true. But I look at it this way. I lived in an apartment and in the area for so long that I'm like, it's my leaf from my tree in my yard, and I'm freaking gonna pick it up, and I don't care because I was
Yeah.
caged for too long.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm like a lion. Get out of jail free.
So,
So talking about water,
water. So we're going
to talk about water people.
That's interesting. We in this modern era where we're getting lots of rain, lots of storms. You really ought to know how to swim.
Don't start. Okay,
Which
just don't go there. Okay, I stop now. Okay, don't go there.
Sue doesn't know how to swim.
Okay, you're whispering and I hear you. Okay, Sue doesn't know how to swim. I'll tell you why Sue doesn't know how to swim, okay? Sue did grow up in the bricks. Okay, yes, she did. Okay, there, I said it. And the only chance I got to quote-unquote swim was when we opened the fire hydrants and I ran through them.
Okay.
No, we didn't have a pool in Beverly Hills where I grew up. No, we had the fire pump, okay?
Right, now you sound like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Thank you. I get you and your little fire pump, too.
We should do an episode on Margaret
I was
Hamilton.
thinking of that because I do the
Awesome.
voice.
Yeah,
I had
you
that
do.
written down as
Yeah.
my to-do thing.
Margaret
Yes.
Hamilton, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
no,
can do that.
Today we're doing like a Queen of the Water, right?
We're doing a Queen of the Water, a woman who apparently is a much better swimmer than I am.
Everybody's a better swimmer
Okay,
than
I can hear you. All right, here we go. Yes, I'll let you teach me how to swim.
I tried.
Yes, and now we're done. Okay,
we're gonna
yes,
keep
you do.
trying.
We're going to keep trying.
keep-
Okay,
yeah.
I can't. Okay, I go down like a Led Zeppelin. Did I mention that? All right.
The Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity.
Well, yeah, that's it. I can't float. I can't swim. Anyway, I'm not waterproof.
Well, I'm fat, so that's all I do
Don't
is
stop
float.
it.
I float really well.
I apparently because I'm a fire sign, so I'm afraid I'm going to make ash.
Ah.
See, that's it. I'm not a water sign. If I was a water sign,
I'm an Aries. That's a fire sign.
we are fire signs. Exactly.
I'm a fish. I
Okay,
love
good
to
for
swim.
you. I'm not. I'm fire. I make ash. Anyway, I'm
Anyway.
not. I can't swim. But
right.
you know who can?
Who?
Her name was Gertrude Ederle. Not
Ederle.
elderly. I keep pronouncing it elderly,
Okay.
and that's me. I'm elderly. She was Ederle.
Ederle.
Yes.
Gertrude, okay.
Gertrude. Good old Gertie.
All right.
She wanted to swim across the English Channel, so she trained with a male swimmer who had failed to swim it himself
Oh.
22 times.
That's a lot.
He thought it was way too much for a woman to swim. After all, Mr. Macho couldn't do it. How could a woman?
Heaven forbid.
Okay. So, on August 6, 1926, Trudy, as she was known to me and all her other friends, swam across in a controversial two-piece swimsuit and beat the record of 5 men who swam before her by 2 whole hours
Wow.
in choppy water.
Wow.
Oh, and she was mostly deaf.
Oh,
This is her story.
this is wild. Okay, I'm excited. Let's
Her
go.
story, not history, her story.
Her story.
Gertrude Caroline Ederle was born October 23rd, 1906 in New York.
Okay.
In 1906, women were kept out of clubs and restaurants, and in most states at this point they couldn't even vote yet.
That's
Okay,
true.
1906.
Yeah.
Society felt a woman's place was in the home, but not Gertrude Ederle. Oh, hell no.
No.
She felt her place was in the water. She was the third of 6 children. She was an American competition swimmer. She wound up being an Olympic champion and world record holder in 5 events.
Oh, wow.
Her father, ran a butcher shop on Amsterdam Avenue in Manhattan. Her father taught her to swim in Highlands, New Jersey.
Wait.
Yeah,
You're
he didn't
talking
teach me.
A city girl who can swim.
Okay, I can still hear you. And you know what? Amsterdam Avenue in Highlands, New Jersey is not the fire hydrants in Brooklyn. Thank you very much.
Fair enough.
Her family owned a summer cottage. Okay, my family didn't own a summer cottage. My family ate cottage cheese.
Oh, me
Okay,
too.
I don't know if that counts.
Love cottage cheese.
Okay, listen to this, smarty pants. She didn't learn to swim until she was 7. Oh.
7's a good age. for
Okay,
that.
that's
Yeah.
a good age,
Yeah.
but she didn't learn to swim until she was 7. By 17, she had already won 3 medals at the 1924 Olympics in Paris.
Go girl.
She won a gold medal as a member of the first place U.S. team. She received bronze medals for finishing 3rd in the women's 100-meter freestyle and the women's 400-meter freestyle races.
Oh wow.
So at 7, she fell into a pond and nearly drowned.
So she had to learn.
So it was thought that her father at that point said, Gertie is swimming.
Okay.
I didn't have that. I never, fell in a pond by my cottage. Again, I just jumped through the fire hydrants, and that was that.
Fair enough. Okay.
And that was it for her. 7, that was it.
I can throw your ass in a pond. We'll teach you real fast.
Okay, you want to live to talk about it? Okay. As a young teen, she was the first woman to swim more than 17 miles from Lower Manhattan to Sandy Hook, New Jersey.
That's a lot.
Yeah. She did it in just over 7 hours, beating the men's record.
Whew.
Her nephew Bob later described Suzanne's swim as a midnight frolic and a warm-up for her later swim across the English Channel.
Damn.
Yeah, that was the warm-up for
That's the
her. That was the
warm-up.
appetizer. By 1925, she had set 29 U.S. and world records. See, now if she were to teach me how to swim,
You'd be good.
I would consider it. No,
Yeah.
I would consider getting in the water with Gertie.
Okay.
You, not so much.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, you heard that?
Just because I haven't won any awards.
That's right. That's pretty much it. Yeah. And my husband's been trying to teach me for years, and it's not working. Alrighty now.
Okay.
Okay. Do you see fins? Do you see fins or scales?
I don't have that
Okay. So back to Gertrude.
either. Okay.
Now she gets determined for the ultimate challenge, the English Channel.
Okay.
It's more than a 20-mile wide stretch between England and France.
Yeah.
The waters are cold and rough. Only 5 men made it across and no women. On August 18th, 1925, she goes to the starting point, Cape Grenay in France. She fights the current for 9 hours. She only had 7 miles to go, but her trainer, Jabaz Wolf, pulls her out of the water because he, yes, that's right, he determined she swallowed too much water. Gertie swallowed too much water, and he pulls her out. She gets disqualified because that touch disqualified
Yeah.
her swim.
Right.
Okay? Wolf, listen to this, had tried to swim the English Channel more than 20 times himself, but he never succeeded.
He's jealous much?
You think? Well, if I can't do it, nobody can, right?
That's
nice
fucked up.
guy. Yeah, nice guy.
Jerk.
He had previously commented that women may not be capable of swimming the channel, and it was speculated that he never wanted her to succeed. How he gets a job as her coach is being, maybe she didn't see it or whatever, or the closer she got, the more, he became jealous and crazy,
Yeah.
having her disqualified.
That's fucked up.
So she gets a new trainer. Good move there, Gertie.
Seriously.
Thomas Burgess, and tries again August 6, 1926. He was the second man to swim the channel in 1911 after many attempts. So she's wearing a red bathing cap, the controversial two-piece suit that she and her sister Margaret designed themselves.
Wow.
Yeah, she designed, I guess, two-piece. It's, I guess, more aerodynamic in the water. Can you be maybe water dynamic in the water?
Huh.
Whatever the term is, she designed it with her sister.
Okay.
She coats herself with lanolin and heavy grease. I guess that makes you more fish-like. I don't swim. I wouldn't know.
Interesting.
Okay. At first, the sea is calm. Her father and her sister were on a boat called the ALSACE. Alsac? I'll pronounce it incorrectly.
Okay.
They're on the boat, and they're accompanying her. They're following her in this boat while she's in the water. She's swimming fast. She stops to eat. She has a meal while floating on her back. How else do you eat, right?
Right.
Apparently, Grubhub does not go to the English Channel. By that afternoon, it starts to rain. Then there's strong wind.
Uh-oh.
Then the wind starts pulling her back.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. By nighttime, the tide gets stronger, and there are 20-foot waves.
Oh, jeez.
The people on the boat are getting seasick already. That's how bad it was.
Don't puke on the swimmer.
Yeah, right? The winds get so bad that they pull the boat out of sight, so now she can't even see her family on the boat. The boat gets, pushed by the winds.
Oh, yeah.
She's having trouble kicking in the water. There's spray all over her face, and at one point her legs are getting stiff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Oh.
Those conditions swimming this, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It's commented that if the weather was better, she would have managed in four or so less hours.
Yeah.
Because she had to fight against the current and all that.
Right.
Again, why I don't
She
swim.
might have even been swimming off course when
Who knows? They blew the boat.
Yeah,
You know,
it must
it's
have blown
crazy.
her. Yeah.
Eventually, after 14 hours and 31 minutes in the water, she reaches land.
Woohoo!
She comes to Kingsdown off the coast of England to crowds of thousands. They're all there. They're all waiting. Many lit flares for her to follow. That's how she knew where to go.
Okay.
Yeah. Reporters were on hand to dispel the myth that women are the weaker sex. Yeah, okay, sure, whatever you say. Trudy sailed home on the SS Berengaria. Maybe I can pronounce that one correctly. Airplanes circled New York Harbor. There were foghorns and people on boats ringing bells when she arrived. There was a ticker tape parade in her honor
Oh, cool.
with more than 2 million people in attendance. Many of them women.
Oh, of course. They're like, let's go, girls.
The mayor of the time, Jimmy Walker, praised her, saying, American women have ever added to the glory of our nation. President Coolidge sent a message that was read at the ceremony, saying, Trudy was America's best girl. She herself had become the beacon and the lighthouse to women and girls everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, she wasn't a big woman. 5'5", 140 pounds.
Wow.
Wasn't a big girl.
But all that muscle.
All that determination.
Yeah.
She never got married. It was either the cold water or childhood measles that left her mostly deaf as a child also.
Oh.
Yeah, either something happened and she was very, very bad, hard of hearing, if not totally deaf. Yeah.
Bummer.
She died November 30th, 2003 at Wyckoff, New Jersey at the age of 97.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
She's interred in the Woodlawn Cemetery in the Bronx. So in later life, she works as a dress designer.
Oh,
Naturally.
really?
Yeah, she had an eye for fashion. And she taught deaf children how to swim.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that what an amazing woman?
Good for her.
The press had often referred to her as the Queen of the Waves.
Yeah, I'd say so.
The press will never refer to me at all, much less as the Queen of the Waves.
No.
Okay. They might say I'll be waving from the shore, but never
No.
the Queen of the Waves.
No.
But she was. She was. Gertrude was inducted into the International Swimming Hall of Fame as an honor swimmer in 1965.
Okay.
She was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 2003.
Wow.
The annual swim from New York City's Battery Park to Sandy Hook, New Jersey is called the Ederle Swim in memory of Gertrude Ederle and follows the exact course that she swam.
That's the 17-mile one?
Yeah,
Oh,
the
wow.
warm-up.
The
Yeah.
warm-up.
Yeah. The Gertrude Ederle Recreation Center is located in Manhattan.
Huh.
What a girl. What can I say to top that? Nothing. Nothing. A pioneer in women's advances in sports.
Yeah.
What a girl.
Amazing.
Considering her disability, considering that, she couldn't hear.
Good. Well, I mean, that's actually probably an advantage when you're swimming because, man, I hate it when my ears get full of water and I can't freaking hear.
Yeah, you think? Okay.
And so I'm like, if you can't hear anyway and your ears, what the fuck's the difference?
If you can't hear, they don't pop. I can only
Right.
compare it to being on an airplane.
Right.
Once again, my ears don't go underwater.
I know.
So I can't. I've had water in my, you shake like you do the
Right.
dog thing and you
Yeah.
shake your head.
Shake it out, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that didn't affect her. You might be right. That might have been an asset for her.
Right.
But for a woman and having a coach like that, can you imagine? What is he thinking? What is he thinking? It's like sabotaged her.
She had chosen him to be her
Apparently, or I don't know if she chose him or he was appointed. I don't know how those things work.
Huh.
But he was like, no, you had enough water. Touch, you're done.
That's fucked up.
Like he didn't know. And then she had to wait another year and do it again.
I'd be
and
curious to know what he had to say after she had succeeded.
Yeah. What do you think he said? Yeah. I'm sure there were a choice of 4-letter words. He obviously, it seems to me, he didn't want her to succeed.
I don't think, yeah, that's
And she was like, no, I'm good. Really? He's like,
Yeah.
no, you're not. Yeah, I'm really good. No, you're not. And I can imagine being there, when she swam or being like her sister and her father on the boat, following them out. And
I
that
can
must
see
have
why
been
she
the
might not
coolest
want
thing.
to marry after them. Like, fuck men.
Yeah, right. That's true too.
Like,
yeah.
you ruined my chances.
Yeah, almost. He really did. You know, if she would have just stopped at that point, no one would know who the hell she was, probably.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Who knows? So, and then designing her own swimsuit with that red bathing kit. Look at me, here I come. I mean, you know, I'm pretty. You know?
I'm curious, where's the swimsuit that she designed? Do we know?
Who knows? I don't know. I have no clue.
Pretty cool if we're like on display
And
in
in
a
a museum,
Yeah.
I'd rather see the bathing cap. It was like a two-piece, not a bikini like what we think of, almost like I think like a crop top, like a halter
I'm gonna have
and
to look up a
shorts.
picture.
Look at see, yeah, look
Yeah.
up a picture. I don't know where these things are.
I'm curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't think to look it up, but
So you mean to tell me after learning about this lady, you're not inspired to?
I find her inspiring to be all you can be, to live up to challenges.
But
I can't swim the length of my bathtub, much less, which is probably why I decided to do somebody who's so great at something that I completely suck at. So, but I'm not a fan of the water like she is. Most people who are great swimmers are like fish.
Right.
They like the water. I don't. I'm not, I mean, I bob up and down, whatever. I sit on my little noodle and I float around. I go, oh, look, splash.
You stand there and you get eaten by fish.
I get eaten by fish. I stand there. I walk around in my big bathing suit, and I go, "This is so nice."
Oh, I see
Do
her. Look at her.
reapply?
She's cute.
Is she adorable?
She's adorable.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to the suit. Does it tell you? Wait, stand by, folks. She's looking up to see what
Look at
happened to
her.
Gertrude.
Oh, she's all drenched in, man, you weren't lying. She's drenched in, what is that?
lanolin.
Grease?
Lanolin
Like,
and grease.
ew.
Yeah, lanolin and grease,
What is-
like a duck, I guess, right? It makes you a little waterproof.
Is that what it is?
I think it's more of an insulation to insulate you, like ducks do, from freezing
Yeah.
and getting hypothermia.
Yeah.
Then
No,
for
that makes
speed.
sense, yeah.
Than for speed. Yeah, you can freeze to death. That's a good way to freeze to death. So she was insulated, I guess, wearing
She ate chicken legs along the way.
along the way, floating on her back. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Just hanging out, catching fish.
Interesting. No,
Part mermaid.
I don't know what happened to her swimsuit. But
Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's if anybody knows whatever happened to
Yeah.
Trudy's swimsuit, let us know.
Let us know.
Inquiring minds want to
I'm
know.
curious, but she is funny.
Cute
She's
little
cute.
thing and
Cute little
very
thing, yeah.
pioneering, like fashion.
Yeah.
And then to go back and help kids with the same disability as she had, to teach them to swim,
Yeah.
is, I think, amazing.
I like it.
I think it's an amazing thing. So,
Let's go for a swim.
yeah, no, that's going to be a hard no there, Shannon. I don't think so. I can open the fire hydrants and no, well, that's frowned upon nowadays. Back then it was still frowned upon, but
You did it
we had no
anyway.
choice because we had no air conditioning either.
Right, yeah.
So it was like 1,000 degrees, and that's what happened. But yeah, I've been to like Jones Beach and Coney Island, where the waves come slapping you down,
Right. I can just imagine
and
what she was going through
the
it.
undertow, and that's another reason why I can't, aside from the fire hydrant, you really can't learn like that when the waves are coming and
Right.
the undertow and the rocks are, at least, cutting your feet open. I found it very difficult
Yeah.
after a certain age, and after that I just gave up and said, I'll just have to be a land lover and live on land, and there go my days as a pirate.
Aw.
Even though dead men tell no tales. Yeah, I know.
Oh, well.
And pussycats have a fluffy tail.
Yes, you do, Mambo.
Wow.
All right. Well, that was fascinating.
Isn't it? Yeah. I thought so. That was very cool. Yeah, very cool. I always admire people who excel at things that I completely suck at.
Well, hey, that's
And
fine.
yes, it definitely is an inspiration. I would like to learn how to do the doggy paddle. Much
That's
less,
easy.
okay. Much less swim the English Channel. I don't think.
I mean,
that's
I like to
happening.
swim, but that scares me.
Before we had a remote, I would have to swim to the TV and change the channel. Get up from your seat. We didn't have remotes. Okay. But all righty. I'm gonna quit while I'm behind.
Okay.
On that note.
On that note.
Well, thanks for joining us, people who are breathing underwater or in air or wherever you're
Wherever
breathing.
you are, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was another fabulous episode of
All my favorite people are dead. See you, breathers.
Bye.
All my favorite people are dead. All my favorite people are dead.